So let's go ahead and get started. I think we're a little bit early, but that's okay. People are going to be a little weirded by this because they may not know this about me, but I used to be a Wiccan. And it's not a bit. This is not a joke. I told you guys this story before, but you might have not believed it because I'm saturated with so much irony. You don't know what to believe anymore, right? You know, I'm like the boy who cried wolf so many times. It's like, what is a bit? What is not a bit? What's going on? You know, I want my actions to speak for themselves here on this stream. And the purpose of doing this, I could do a stream. I could have done a stream where I make things worse. Where I try to get into the mud with a Mormon Shaggy and just make things worse for him. You know, mocking him, laughing at him. But maybe it's time to heal. Maybe it's time to take a step back and remember that words have meaning. And maybe some people, you know, that sounds so lame. What I'm getting at is some people just need to heal. And right now it's Mormon Shaggy's time. I think he needs to take a break, but there's something we need. This is an old notebook I used to have. Okay. It dates back. It was my Book of Shadows back when I used to go by the name Legato. Okay. But we're gonna, let me turn to a page. We're gonna start here. I didn't do a whole lot with this notebook. I was only in the Wicca stuff for a little while, but we will do everything we can. Really, Bells of Nevermore should be doing this. And really, hold on, I should explain. Why am I doing this? What's going on here? So I am Mr. Deadman. This is a healing stream. It would be a little bit different, but we are, I suppose, desperate, if you will. Normally I would talk about how we should do better, you know, but now it's pulling out Wiccan spells to. The aim is to heal. The aim is to call for serenity, maybe purification, and maybe protection, maybe even weight loss. There's three people. Three people we'll be talking about here today. And I'm sorry, I need to be mindful of the camera. This is the first time I'm doing something like this, okay? So the camera's going to be kind of weird. But yeah, there's three people. Three people we need to look out here for today. That's going to be, first is a Mormon Shaggy, who is a man who is completely enraptured by hate, okay? A man that has decided that the best way to go after those that are mocking him and making fun of him is to target their kids, to get back at those that mock him, to dox them in his YouTube community tab, call for real life violence, call for swattings. This is not good. This is not healthy behavior. So, that's Mormon Shaggy. And the person that he recently betrayed was a friend of his. A friend that a lot of us thought were very close and that this would never happen. But it did happen. And that friend of his, Bells of Nevermore, just so happens to also be into witchy stuff. So I was like, well, I know I went pretty hard against witchcraft, but that was all for show. The reality is I do believe in this. I do believe in, well, I'm a Wiccan. Wiccan / Christian. I'm not even a real Christian, guys. You guys know that. I faked that. I'm a Wiccan. And I just didn't want you guys to burn me. Okay, I didn't want you guys to target me. I believe in the moon goddess. I don't even believe in God. I believe in the moon goddess. Okay. I'm a simp. Okay. I worship the moon goddess. And here we have it. So please don't come at me. And if you do, that's okay. It's just you channeling your negativity, and that's fine. That's fine. So let's get on with this, because this is gonna take a while. This is real. We are doing this. The purpose of the stream is to cast a sigil. Well, not just cast a sigil. First, we have to create a sigil for Mormon Shaggy, Bells of Nevermore, and Jake. Now, to create, I'll explain several things. Mormon Shaggy, we already know why he's involved, because he is a very angry man who needs a lot of healing, and we're going to work on that. Bells of Nevermore could use some protection. I know she has her own witchy beliefs, and that it's not really appropriate for me to cast a protection spell on her when she herself is a witch and could do it herself, but more the merrier. And there is the weight loss component, okay? There is the weight loss thing. So I will be casting that as well. There's Jake the snake. We'll be casting a protection spell. Well, actually, we don't want too many, because it is going to take some time, and it does take willpower. It takes a lot of it, because the most important thing about casting a spell is intent. The ingredients don't really matter that much. I mean, they do, but intent is everything. Intent is everything. If you go through all this and believe it means nothing, then it's going to mean nothing. You know, there's some people who effectively could cast spells without any of this stuff. They just don't even know it. You know, there's some people who are really good at like psychological games, you know, psychological warfare, whatever. They're really good with their words, really good commanding people what to do. That in itself is very much like spells. It's witchcraft, but it's done in a different way. All right, but anyway, that's a whole different topic. Let's get back here. So the big things workable for this stream. For Mormon Shaggy, we're gonna aim for healing and purification. Sure. Peace. If I do a spell asking for peace for Mormon Shaggy, honestly, that can mean many things. It could be that he burns out. It could be that he, I don't want to put it out there because it's bad to do so. But you could probably think of other ways peace could be achieved. So we're gonna not pray create a spell for that. Okay, pray. Look, there's the fake Christian in me coming out. We're going to for Bells protection and then weight loss. Okay, that's our goal there. And for Jake, we're going to do healing. He could definitely heal, and peace. You know what? Actually, the weight loss is more important. Okay. That symbol there is actually a symbol for weight loss. Okay? It's a Wiccan symbol for weight loss. Now, that's important, but not necessarily, because I need to turn my phone off. So inappropriate there. Distractions. Now, we need to create the sigil. How are we going to create the sigil? What's all this about, Provo Kid? Hard to read the paper? Don't worry. I'm explaining it to you. We are going to create a sigil for Mormon Shaggy. We're doing witchcraft, guys. We're doing witchcraft. We're doing Wiccan spells, okay? We're going to create the sigil, and then we're essentially going to, we're going to burn it, okay? Now, don't worry. Like, I know some of you guys will probably think there's going to be some bad magic from this or bad juju, whatever. Yeah, that's not the right terminology, but that's how you're probably thinking. I've already sealed my area with a circle of salt. So I've already done that. Okay, we're going to be fine. Not have to worry about any spirits kind of coming in to this area. I use salt and I also use cinnamon, which both are very effective for like low-level spirits. And that's essentially what could happen, because it's not like I'm calling a demon or anything like that. Okay. No blood magic here tonight. Oh, I need to light this incense though. The incense I'm using is actually dragon blood, and it's actually good also for banishing entities. It can help banish entities. And then I'm also lighting a little cigar. No, it's not. It's not weed. That is a little backwoods cigar. Mormon Shaggy is still Mormon, from what I understand. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. This sigil is still going to be effective. It's going to be as effective as my intent, which my intent is pure. My intent is solid here. I actually do want to help Mormon Shaggy out. I think he is going through something tremendous personally, which is the reason why he's made decisions that he had, that he made. First, let's create the sigil, and then we're going to use this candle to destroy the sigil to charge it. So we're going to create it, then we're going to charge it, and then its effect will last for hopefully for a little while. We'll see. Now, to create a sigil, now I have this microphone and this camera in front of me, so let me see. First, we're going to write out our statement, okay? We need to write his name. Mormon Shaggy. And it's okay that I'm going with his YouTube name. That's okay. It doesn't necessarily matter, okay? As long as you are visually, like you visualize the person that you're referencing, like the moon goddess knows. The moon goddess knows exactly what you're talking about. In fact, she already knows what's going on here. But this is sort of just a ritual to kind of show her what, I guess show her how committed I am to this. Mormon Shaggy. Now, we want to write a statement that's very short, very precise. We don't want to overcomplicate this. It needs to be like a very simple, Mormon Shaggy is blank. Mormon Shaggy, yeah, it definitely is. You want a present tense. You want when we want to activate the sigil, we want it to take hold in the present. We don't want it future tense, okay? Sometime in the future, we don't know how long that'll take. We don't want a past tense either because, we want it active now. So Mormon Shaggy is, now stop. I know what you're probably thinking. You're probably thinking we could write all sorts of different nasty, horrible things about Mormon Shaggy, but that's not what we're doing here. We're trying to heal. We're trying to help. Instead of saying Mormon Shaggy is psychotic, Mormon Shaggy is dangerous, we're going to say Mormon Shaggy is healing. Okay? Healing. Healing. All right. Now, you don't, well, maybe spiritually would help, but this is a lot of letters already. This sigil is going to be very complicated. Okay? Mormon Shaggy is healing. That's what we're going to work on here. All right? So to create this, I should have done it here. It's okay. So the first thing we're going to want to do is get rid of the vows. And guys, this is serious stuff, okay? I've done research on this. This is something that I'm not new to. I've done this before. It's just been a couple of years. Well, actually, it's been... the last time I've done something like this, Bush was president. So it's been a long time. All right, so now we want to take all the consonants, essentially. So MRMNSHGGHLNG. All right. Now, what we're doing here is we're essentially making It's going to look like art. For us, since I'm not an artist, it's going to look like a cluster of these letters together to create a cool looking sigil. It could be a sigil, right? And then we're going to burn it. Okay? All right. Let's go ahead and make it right here on this paper. That way it's one thing. I'll just go and put this right there so I can reference it. All right. So there's no rule about this necessarily. You could do it any way you want. Though you will find, if you look for it, there are letter circles that kind of show you like where you could draw the line. But keep in mind that only kind of works for like the American alphabet. Okay, so you don't have to do that. The key thing is to draw the letter and just have it mean what you want it to mean. And we're gonna put some cool symbols there anyway that actually have relevance to this. And those symbols are the most important. Okay, so we're gonna have our M. Okay, now I'm gonna go down, make the R, and then maybe another M down here. Okay. All right. Now, let's do the end right here. And the S here. H. G. It doesn't have to look exactly like it. You can do different things. That's fine too. Just like I said, there's no rhyme or reason for this. There's no like rule book for this. It could be anything. So I mean, this may look like chicken scratch to you, but this pleases the moon goddess. Right now we're in waxing. We're in waxing moon phase. So time of action. This is a good time to be doing this. Actually, great time to be doing this. And I'll tell you why. Actually, for the letters related to healing, I should put that above the Mormon Shaggy part. Okay. Because we want the healing to be above him, okay? That's the most important thing Shaggy needs. And Shaggy, I'm being real right now, okay? I'm being real. You might think this is so silly and Mr. Deadman's not making any sense, but, like, you need a lot of help. I don't know what is going on, but, okay, we have this. Now, right now, Mormon Shaggy is dealing with a lot of rage. Rage is associated with what? Fire. And we want to cool down Mormon Shaggy. We want to help him find serenity. We need to put out that fire. What should we put here? Well, maybe a symbol for water. The fire would be a triangle. Water would be an upside down triangle. So let's go ahead and put that. Let's put the water actually at the base. Yeah. Let's do the water at the base. I hope you didn't hear that. It was a belch. So rude of me. We're going to put a lot of water here. Okay? A lot of water. All right. And then there's a symbol for purification or purify. And that is a raindrop. Okay? All right? Because rain... my artistic skills aren't that great. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Oh, should just be doing this in Mario Paint, honestly, at this point, you know? We're going to put some raindrops here. Honestly, wow, these raindrops look so bad. I could just be doing art for Jim Medeker, you know, for his t-shirts, his hat. Okay, all right, you know, be like, just make a raindrop. You know, how hard could it be? But it's like, yeah, there we go. We got our purify. We got a purify there. Now, anything else we need? I think this will be it. This will work for this. All right. Now, let's start burning. Let me put this book away. Okay. Should we use this? No. This looks too sinister, right? This gives bad vibes, bad energy. Not bad energy. That's wrong. It's negative energy. I would use this if I wanted to destroy Mormon Shaggy or banish him. I want to heal him. I want to help him. We don't want to banish Mormon Shaggy. Whatever we put out there could come back to us. So we do not want that. Okay? I'm hoping for the best. Now, what do we do with this little candle? It looks so simple, right? I chose white. White is important. Black is also really good for protection. And I was thinking to go with black. But white is for purification and for serenity. So white is right here for the situation. So yeah, for the situation, white is right. Now, before we light it, you hold it, okay? And you put your energy into it. You put your energy into the candle, okay? And I know some of you guys might think Mormon Shaggy is beyond healing. You know, that is for you. I'm not asking for us to forgive him. I am trying to call for the moon goddess to, well, let's see. Let's hold this together. Let's do it together. Moon goddess, I call upon you to help Mormon Shaggy. Wash him with your healing waters. Put out the flame that burns inside him, the rage that burns inside. Let your healing waters purify him, comfort him, help him find serenity. Wait. Something's weird. I am feeling a weird vibe. There is something going on. Even as we do this, there's a presence. There's someone else. And they're not a witch. But someone has a hold on Mormon Shaggy. Someone that's not willing to let go. Someone that has already hooked into him. A dark, deep, negative influence. I think you might already know who I'm talking about. Even if we cast this spell, even if we burn the sigil, and through its destruction, charge it to do our best to heal Mormon Shaggy, it may not work because we may not be directing this to the right place. Why does Mormon Shaggy hang out with DJ Axel? That is the one I'm seeing. That is the man I'm seeing. That's behind the scenes. Mormon Shaggy's isolated. He's alone. He doesn't have family or friends. So he goes to the one person that he thinks is a friend, but he's really just using him like a puppet. Our healing, our call for healing has to go towards Mormon Shaggy and the wounds he has with his family. That's the reason why he's going towards. Oh, that's the reason why he fell so deep into this darkness. So let me try this again. Oh, Moon Goddess, I'm calling upon you to help heal Mormon Shaggy and the deep wounds he has with his family. Let your healing waters wash over him. Let it put out the flame that burns within the rage and help him find reason. Help him find peace with his family. Okay, there we asked for peace, but it's not on the sigil, but we still called for it, and it means something. Now, I'm going to carve something here in this candle, and it's a symbol for, womanhood. Okay, for that of a mother. It really just looks like a V with a line going down. Stands for woman. No, it's not an insult. I am calling upon the moon goddess. I'm calling upon feminine spirits to help heal Mormon Shaggy. Now, we have lit this candle. Oh, this incense is a little hot over here. What we have to do is we do have to burn the sigil. Now, this cord right here for this camera is very close to the fire, so let me move it over here. We're going to burn the sigil and hopefully not start a fire. We're going to burn it starting now. Oh, we got a fire. We got a fire there. We have a fire. And just like that, it is burned. It's very close to the mic cord. Don't want it to melt the rubber. So a dangerous game we're playing. But that's the danger of I don't want to call it witchcraft because that's a bad connotation, but, doing magic, doing spells. It can be dangerous. All right, we're going to let the fire die down, and then we have to put out the candle in a certain way. All right, we're just let it burn there for a bit. As it goes out. Yeah, this is Wiccan magic. It's not miracles. Not miracles. We don't want to blow it out, especially not the candle. But it is liking that wax there. I'll tell you what, I might have to control this fire just a little bit. There we go. All right. Now, the hard part for us, for commitment, in order for this to work, see, if we blow out this candle, it is not going to work, because then the length of the spell is going to just be, well, actually, when you blow it away, you blow away the intent. So it doesn't mean anything. Mormon Shaggy, this is how you know I mean this. The only way I'm supposed to put this candle out, I'm either supposed to let it burn entirely, or I put it out with my own fingers. Mormon Shaggy, am I willing to burn my fingertips so that you will be healed? So that you... Hold on. Hold on one moment. There's a situation I need to take care of. Looks like our spell has create quite a weird situation in the house. Huh. Interesting. No, it had nothing to do with that. This spell is about Mormon Shaggy. We're trying to target Mormon Shaggy. Now, how committed am I? Let's do it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Go. There we go. There we go. It was rough. We did it with our fingers. We fingered Mormon Shaggy. Well, the spell for Mormon Shaggy. We fingered him. All right. That was good. That's one spell. But we got like three. We got 3 people, 2 people. I don't think we need another sigil for Mormon Shaggy. I think that will work. What do you think about this, guys? You didn't know that I was into Wicca. You didn't know that I was actually a witch. There's new things you learn about. You think you know somebody very well, but it turns out you may not. Zod19, I'm sending you my energy. Can you send like $3 back? There's actually a spell for money. The problem is okay. So that's what people ask, right? If magic works, if spells work, why not just do a spell for money and then not have to work? Well, you're not the only one casting spells. You're not the only one playing around with magic. The reason why your money spells do not work is because there is another force, another group that is very powerful that is preventing that from happening. You have to... It's gotten so bad where I've seen where people have to go through dark avenues and not do Wiccan witchcraft, but include blood magic or sacrifice or things that would appease not the moon goddess. The moon goddess doesn't want that. The moon goddess is a very caring, loving, nurturing entity. Okay? The moon goddess loves you. She just loves you. Okay? She's one of peace. Satan, on the other hand, is not that. So what I'm saying is there are other forces out there and groups. Yeah, I think you know what I'm talking about, and they use magic and it interferes. Okay, so No, Zod, I can't send you $3 back via spiritual energy because certain people, a certain group of people, are preventing that from happening. Don't blame me, blame them. Okay, so that was Mormon Shaggy. Now we're going to do Bells of Nevermore. Now, Bells of Nevermore is a long name. You know, what I'm going to do with Bells of Nevermore, actually, I think for her, is she needs protection. She could use protection. But the protection runes or the protection symbols I've found and that I'm familiar with are protection from other magic. And that's not going to help her here because Mormon Shaggy is not, he knows nothing about magic. I mean, he may by accident do so. He's more of a brute. Okay. Let me see. I created a little cheat sheet before you start doing this of what we might need to use here. Oh. I see. I was going to use the witch's knot, which helps you from other magic. You know what? I'm not going to do a protection spell for her because she has her own protection spells that she does to Odin and all that. And as a Wiccan, I don't worship Odin. I don't even recognize Odin. I mean, yeah, sure, it doesn't have an issue with me. I'm all about the moon goddess. So what I'll do is a spell for weight loss because we could all use that. Okay. We could all lose a little bit of weight, myself included. You know, I'm a giant fat ass. Oh, that's harsh language while doing these Wiccan witchcraft stuff. The moon goddess does not like profanity. Okay. Not even the word ass. So, for Bells of Nevermore, let us make her a cool rune, but let's do it with just bells. Okay? Bells. This will look cool, indeed. And then we're going to combine the weight loss symbol to it. And then we will have our rune, not a rune, or a sigil, and then we'll burn it because we have more candles. And there you go. There you go. By the way, guys, one thing that definitely helps with this is elixir. You know, you ever played a role-playing game and they cast magic and they need elixirs for the mana? Well, I have mine right here. It's my Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey. Let's go have a shot of that. Let's go restore our magic points. And I'm kidding around, but I am serious. Here you go. And I do hope Bells gets better and finds peace. Not peace. Is protected. I hope she's fortified and protected. I'm pretty sure she is. It might be best for her and Mormon Shaggy to sever their ties for a good while. Mormon Shaggy needs a lot of help, and I'm very hopeful that spell we did will help make things happen. It's not going to be direct. There's going to be things that happen from this night that are very much tied into this day or this moment, this little hour, maybe hour and a half stream. Okay? That's how cool this is. It's sort of like you don't see it coming, but it does. Let's do 2 L's, right? Because it's bells. Let's do an L this way. And then an L this way. It doesn't really matter. You can do it. Okay. Mormon Shaggy's sigil looked like a chaotic mess because, it kind of fits him. It kind of fits him. And then we'll put our S right here, kind of through it. Okay. And then we need the B, though. The B is the first thing. I guess for the B, we could... Oh, we could put it right here. Huh. Looks kind of like a D, but, it'll work. It will work here. It will work here. All right. There we go. We got our B, S. Well, BLLS. And we put the weight loss sigil, or at least the weight loss symbol there. Now what we're going to do is going to burn this here. You know what? Let's give her some passion on this. Let's call for fire too. We're going to put some, you know what? That's the whole thing. A triangle. Put it in a triangle. Call for fire. Call for fire. Okay? I'm not... Hopefully this isn't going to call for... No, this is the fire we're calling on is to help her lose weight, okay? She's going to find herself feeling really hot and sweaty. Oh, that sounds gross. We are talking about bells, okay? That is what it is, bells. Sorry. As much as I want to use this ashtray, it is earthy. It's nice. I may use the dark one for this one. It seems appropriate. It's not necessarily bad juju. Really, I would say this has nothing this would not have any impact, but the little things you do for your spell can really make a difference. Shaggy does not need more pills. Whatever the form is and for healing goes, as long as it's healing his soul, that's the main thing. Some of you guys might say he doesn't even have a soul. And I wondered that too. But who am I to say? Mormon Shaggy wouldn't even give me that. Mormon Shaggy wouldn't even give you that. It would cast some aspersions about how we don't have souls. But he doesn't know. There's a skull at the base of this. I think if I do this, combined with what I put here, which is essentially calling for Bells to lose weight, help her with her weight loss, with the help of fire as an element. This might be a bad thing. It might be like a thinner situation, like Stephen King's Thinner. We are going to use. We're going to use this. Alrighty. Here we go. Another fire show. Woo! Will the house get burned down? We'll have to explain what I do in the garage. 3, 2. It should probably have some emergency water on standby. 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right. It is burning. The sigil is burning. We're going to burn it all. Let it burn out. Now, you can also use leaves. It's possible to use leaves for this. We're going to use this knife here so it doesn't get on the desk. contain the flame with a knife. That knife has been in so many videos, so many shorts. I've cut myself with that knife so many times. Sometimes I do like blood magic. Some of it's fake, some of it's real. I can't really tell you when it's real due to YouTube guidelines, but I'm serious, guys. I've been a witch this whole time. I mean, I LARP as a Christian, but the joke is, even my family knows. They're surprised that God hasn't struck me down. But the reason why God hasn't struck me down is because the real God is the moon goddess. That's the real God. They just don't see it. They just don't see it. But it's okay. They'll find out in the end, and everything will be fine. Peace, serenity. Okay. Same thing. We're in the same situation where I'm going to have to put this fire out. If I let it burn out, then the spell we just casted will only last as long as the candle. So not long at all. I cannot smother out this fire. Try to smother it out. It's not working. In fact, it's liking that ashtray. Okay. Here we go, Bells. Oh, that is a big fire. Let's play with that flame a little bit more. There we go. All right, Bells. This is for you. This is for you. I know we had our differences. I make fun of your weight. You make fun of my weight. I'm a big fatty. I'm like Chris Pratt in a fat suit. Okay? Ooh, that's good. The moon goddess didn't protect me from Ben because I wasn't calling on the moon goddess then. Actually, nothing happened there though. And the cop is actually on my side now. If Ben steps over the line, crosses the line, I can call that officer and he can get a little call himself. But I don't depend on the moon goddess. I don't like to put myself in that situation. I like to be my own wolf, my own spirit, as one should be. The moon goddess isn't like your mother, okay? Your mother may try to protect you from every little thing. The moon goddess is, she's there, but she's letting you play. She's letting you figure out things on your own. She's not a helicopter parent, okay? She's not like an over-concerned mother or anything like that. She's like the force of life, all right? It's like the air you breathe. But you're free to make your decisions and do what you will. Try to make sense of the world. Good, bad. In the end, we're all dead. In the end, we die. And it's almost like, does any of this matter? Well, you'll find out in the end, won't you? Okay. We just charged our second sigil for the night. That was for Bells of Nevermore. I hope she likes that. Gee, I hope she doesn't catch on fire. That was not the intent. The intent was to help her lose weight. She probably doesn't like that. She probably will think that's a bad thing, that I'm playing with something I don't quite understand. I've done this quite many times, of course. I was much younger, and I would be naked while doing it. I'm not naked now. I'm not even making that up. Not even making that up. I wish I was, but I wasn't. I used to believe, because of the girlfriend I had at the time, he was very much into Wicca stuff and had a book of shadows of her own. He used to believe that I had guardian spirits and that I could communicate with them. And, yeah. Well, I don't wonder that. Do you think you have guardian spirits? We're going to put this We have one more candle. This one is for Jake. Jake the Snake. Is there any cure for being an idiot on the internet? I mean, I guess read a book. Go read some stuff. Do some research. Figure out things. That's one way you can cure being an idiot. I mean, Purple Haze, if you feel like you're an idiot, I'm sorry. I don't think you are. But, you know, one man's idiot is another man's genius. Okay? All right? All right. For Jake, what we're going to do? Well, Jake is like the same thing, right? We're going to do weight loss, lose a weight. Does Jake even matter? Does Jake the Snake even need a spell? You know, we already called for the moon goddess to do 2 favors for us. That's asking quite a bit. Asking quite a bit, actually. And I don't know if... I don't think this is a good idea. I don't think the moon goddess would be able to help Jake. Not that she couldn't, because she could. But it's Jake. Sorry, Jake. Not gonna help you lose your weight through spiritual means. You're gonna have to work on that yourself. Continue going to the gym, man, every day, like you say, dude. And yeah, so we casted our 2 spells here. We don't need any more. So yeah, we casted spells here today, guys. I hope you like this Wicca healing method. It's different. I was going to go for a more therapeutic style of stream today, but that's just not happening. Things are getting weird here. Things are getting really weird. And if I have to break out this book of mine to do things that I used to do when I was much, much younger, then that's okay. That's okay. Mormon Shaggy hopefully will stop trying to dox people, actually doxing people in response to being made fun of, or response to having something flagged, or response to himself being an idiot on the internet. He's just spiraling out of control, and I do want him to get help. And he's not going to see a therapist, and the therapist isn't going to help him. He's not going to see a psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist isn't going to help him. They're just going to give him medication and probably zombify him. Medication may help him, but it's not the answer. The answer is for Mormon Shaggy to really slow down, and really just really evaluate how his relationship is with his family. The reason why Mormon Shaggy is so close to Axel and why he's able to soak up his influence like a sponge is because he has no one else. He had Bells of Nevermore, but he pissed all over that when he thought it was a great idea to make fun of her husband. I mean, if Mormon Shaggy wasn't friends with Bells of Nevermore and was just some asshole to her, I would understand why he would do that. It sounded like I wouldn't say anything about Apollo. But, I mean, even I wouldn't say anything bad about him. No, I'd wish him well. You know, maybe he needs a spell of protection. But I think Bells may have that. I think she might prefer calling on Odin on that. In fact, if anything, she may cast a spell to try to cancel out my call for weight loss. So if it doesn't work, that's probably the reason why. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help. And I do want Mormon Shaggy to get help. And hopefully the moon goddess will allow this to go forth and kind of work its influence. All right? It's not like a direct action. It's not like you can just create a spell and like something happens immediately. It's all slow. It takes time. Anyway, I don't want to taint this stream with any other sort of commentary or callers that'll come in and start yelling profanity and things. I know I said some bad words, some inappropriate words, and hopefully the moon goddess will forgive me, but I don't want to sour this moment. So I'm going to wrap up the stream here. I will just say I am wishing for the best. And I really hope this works. Because if he stays on that path that he's on, he's going to end up dead. Anyway, with that said, y'all take it easy. Have a good one.